All right, this is a personal reading. I won't be using names so as to conceal the identity of the person. So Spirit, what messages do you have regarding this connection between this masculine and feminine energy, between these two individuals? Spirit, please help me provide messages regarding these two individuals and their connection, their love, their relationship, past, present, future. Please provide guidance. All right, what's the overall energy of the relationship or connection? Overall energy of the relationship or connection. Okay, so the first 6 cards out, 4 of which are in the reverse position. Overall energy is Major Arcana, the Chariot. Okay, this is Cancer in Tarot. The Chariot's about movement forward. And so with the Chariot being in the reverse, with the situation or connection, there's some stalling. Either the situation or connection is not going to move forward, or it was stalled or didn't go forward in the recent past, or whoever is driving the connection, so it could be you or the other person or both of you, you're currently stuck and you're currently not moving. The sign of Cancer is a water sign, and so Cancers are about emotions, relationships. They're about listening to your intuition. They're about love and romance. Cups are, and water signs are about things happening over a period of months. So with this being your overall energy, either the issues or concerns at hand have happened in the last few months, or this feeling of being stuck or confusion and not moving forward is going to continue to happen for the next few months. Again, with the Chariot in reverse, it could also talk about emotions feeling stuck, whether that's you or the other person, not sharing emotions, unsure about a connection or moving forward with the relationship. If we are using the Chariot as a vehicle, a vessel, and we're giving the analogy of love in a relationship. It could also mean emotions not being driven forward, or emotions being not given right now. We also have polarity here, so we have yin and yang. So the connection that you could be in could be one where you and the other person, you may perceive this, or they may perceive this, the connection where you're both kind of like polar opposites, meaning 2 different zodiac signs. So there are 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. So with this duality, I do feel that you and the other person, the connection, your opposite signs, and how you handle your emotions, and how you handle with dealing with things in the relationship moving forward is quite different from each other. But I do feel that you are stuck, emotionally stuck. You don't know whether or not you want to move forward with this connection, situation, or relationship. and there's no movement. Yet, I also feel like you're not regressing or driving backwards. But I kind of also feel too with the Chariot, it is synonymous with a vehicle. And so again, going back to the relationship being a vehicle, it does feel like the relationship is needing repair. If we use that analogy of the vehicle. So there could be parts of the relationship that either need to be replaced or new parts put in. If we use that analogy, I'm kind of feeling like the vehicle is not ready to be driven, meaning the relationship's not being ready to drive forward. So actually some repair is needed. And since this is the first card and it's major arcana, it's really serious. It's really important that repair happens. I'm also seeing the sign right here. That's kind of synonymous in tarot for health and well-being. So I do feel, since this is a Cancer sign connected to relationships and emotions, the relationship or connection right now or in the recent past, within the last several months. So I'm feeling like within 6 months previous or within the next 6 months, has been unhealthy, emotionally unhealthy. There's been people who have been detached, whether that's you, the other person, both of you, or one-sided. Okay. The next card is the Seven of Wands. Okay, Wand is fire energy. That would be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So the other person could potentially be a fire sign, or you can have fire sign in your chart. But the Seven of Wands in the upright, yours came in reverse. The Seven of Wands in the upright is about being defensive, about something you're passionate about, because the wands are fire energy. They're about motion. They're about action. They're about your spirit, your passions, your intuition, and it's about movement. And notice the person is on top, so they can easily, in the upright position, knock down any one of these individuals' wands. It's a battle of passion, okay? Could easily knock them down, but they're not wanting to in the upright position. Yours came in the reverse. So I feel as though either you or the other person, whatever fire energy is coming through, I do get some feeling of masculine energy. This person, I feel this person's very defensive about their passions, about the passion of the relationship. And I'm feeling like there's more than one person involved in this situation that's having to answer to the situation, if that makes sense. So I feel like the masculine energy is having to defend themselves against more than one individual. It could be more than one suitor. It could be friends or family involved in the situation. But they've been feeling really defensive, and it being in the reverse, they don't want to feel that way anymore. So that could be the reason why this individual's energy could feel like they're stuck and they don't want to move forward because they literally can't. They're backed into a wall or a corner. And I almost kind of feel like they're being told that they have to be accountable for their actions because the wands are action cards. And I feel like this energy, this person is the one who committed the action. And it feels like they made a mistake. They did something wrong. And now it's out in the open. And they're having to defend themselves, and they don't like having to defend themselves. And so I do feel some anxiety. I feel some angst. I feel some irritation in the fact that they have to do this, almost to the point where I don't feel like they fully understand why they're being held accountable. I do feel like they feel bad, but I feel almost as like they're more so bad that they were caught in the situation. And they have to fess up to it to multiple people, than really owning up to it, because they are crossed, meaning the wand is crossing their heart, their body, where they're defending themselves. If someone felt totally 100% accountable, I would see this more in the upright without the wands being up across the heart. So this male energy is feeling stuck. They're feeling like they can't move or go anywhere. Defensive. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, okay, that's earth energy. So you could also be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Or you could just have earth energy in your chart or in the situation or relationship. But aces are all about new beginnings, okay? And this would typically, in a general reading, be about new beginnings of financial means. So I don't see, and Pentacles are earth signs, so earth take years, okay? So I don't feel like this relationship is one that has been long, meaning you haven't been with this person for more than a year. I also can read this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse as I don't see new beginnings at the moment going forward with this situation, person, or relationship. No, because the universe is not offering an opportunity of a new beginning in this situation for right now. And this is slow moving energy. So your first 3 cards out in the reading are the Chariot in reverse, so that's Cancer. And then you have 7 of Wands in reverse, that's fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And then you have an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, which is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Notice these are all reversals. So in tarot, if someone was asking yes or no questions, a reversal would mean no. Also, the fact that the first 3 are in the reverse, that could also mean that in the recent past or right now in the present, the situation is currently not moving. There's no new beginnings. There's emotional strain. There's conflict and defensiveness, and nothing new happening yet. And I think that could be, those energies are definitely probably what brought you to requesting the reading, especially with the love. And considering it's in the beginning of the reading, I do feel as though this has already occurred. This event has already occurred in the recent past. I do feel like the Chariot and the 7 of Wands in reverse are 2 different energies. I do feel like this is more masculine energy, but I kind of feel like this is more feminine energy over here. And I kind of feel as though somebody like drove in on this person, almost like somebody found somebody doing something else. You walked in, you drove in on something, or you had to drive somewhere to figure out the situation or to get answers, or there was a spirit showing me like there was a tower moment, even though the tower is not here, but a moment where things went down, and I really feel like the Chariot confronted this person. Okay. And whatever came out, the Chariot felt like they couldn't move. I really feel like this energy feels stuck. It is real heavy energy too. Next is the King of Cups. So Cups, water energy. That's again Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Again, more masculine energy showing up in the reading. Now, the King of Cups in the upright, to me, is promising in this spread, especially with these first 3 cards, in that the King of Cups is a king who rules with his heart. He rules with his emotions. He tends to be an empathetic ruler, meaning, he's a more masculine energy who is more connected, I would say, to feminine energy, meaning that this would be, if we are talking about regular life with regular appropriations of individuals, this would be a man who is more connected with his feminine side. So he's not afraid to feel emotions, to talk about things, to be empathizing. He's a good listener. So, and, the Chariot is a Cancer sign. So this individual could be a Cancer. And it's not gender specific. So this energy could be a female who just has more masculine type of energy. And it could be in the relationship too. That it's a little confusing, but in the relationship, if you feel like you're more the director, more directive with the opposite person, this could be your energy coming through. I do feel a sense like someone's listening to you. So people are sitting down and talking. Either this is your energy and you're sitting down and listening to your partner, or they're finally sitting down and listening to you. I kind of feel as though the defensiveness from the past is kind of stopping. And considering the King of Cups is in the upright, I do feel like one or both parties are ready to sit and listen about the situation. I do still feel like there's some guarded, because the river in the background, the water in the background is not still. It's still a little bit crazy. I see a lot of outside things. So you and this individual, your relationship could benefit from being outside, being in nature, being near water, traveling somewhere. I do say be careful about traveling because you do have the Chariot in the reverse. But maybe being around water, being out in nature, like a garden, may help the situation. Right now, though, we have Major Arcana again, Strength in the reverse. This is Leo. That is fire energy, but it's in the reverse again. So we have another reversal, and this is Strength in the reverse. So you or the other person or both of you feel like the relationship is not strong at this time, or you or the other person or both of you can feel not strong in whether or not you're not strong in your mind and whether or not you're ready to go forward with the situation. I still feel like both energies are quite unsure about the relationship or situation. But there is some hope with this willingness to listen and open up emotionally. I do sense this is your energy. I don't feel like you feel weak. You feel taken advantage of. Notice she's opening his mouth for him. So you feel as though the universe has made this happen to you. So someone can be feeling like the victim, that this was done to them. So the Strength in the reverse and the Chariot in the reverse. So feeling not confident in the relationship, feeling very weak emotionally, and feeling stuck. And feeling as if there's no new beginning. However, the High Priestess comes next. This is, again, another major arcana. You have 3 major arcanas on the board. High Priestess is all about connecting to your intuition, your higher self, being connected to the universe and spirit, and she holds the answers. So whether or not, I do believe for the person who this reading is for, the answers are coming to you more so intuitively. That could be the reason why you've reached out to a reader, because I see this card as like a reader or someone who's a healer or empathic or a tarot reader connecting with spirit. But I do also feel like this is you, and you do know that you are maybe a little bit more connected to spirit and universe than you may know. And I think that you've been getting answers because she holds the book. You've been getting answers. Not in specific ways, meaning you're not going to get it written down like this is what you should do, meaning you could be having synchronicities in your life. You could be seeing 1111, 222, 333, certain songs come on the radio, or just certain things that happen. So regarding the situation, your partner or something could say something or something happen and you get a feeling, a gut feeling, tingling. You feel nauseous, you get a headache around certain people. Something intuitively is giving you the answers to the situation. Their spirit's trying to connect with you to try to tell you, validating how you're feeling in the moment, how you're feeling about the situation, and what you should do. There is a crescent moon here, and I'm not sure if you're aware with astrology, but this month we do have 2 eclipses in the month of July. One is a solar eclipse and one is a lunar eclipse. And I believe we just had the lunar eclipse and we just had the full moon last night. So the moon definitely affects relationships. Again, we're seeing the black and white. We're seeing the polarity, just like we did in the Chariot card. So I do kind of feel like one person really sees the situation in black and white, whereas the other person sees it in shades of gray. I feel as though the feminine energy sees things in shades of gray, whereas maybe the more masculine energy sees things black and white. I kind of feel like someone wants to understand the situation and why it happened, and wants to articulate with their partner how they're going to deal with this and move on and not have it happen again. But I kind of feel like the other person, more the masculine energy, doesn't want to talk about it again and again and again. They see it in black and white. It happened and it's done. It happened and it's over. It happened and it's not going to happen again. And I think that those two ways of approaching things are keeping things unsure with the other person. I feel like one person may not want to truly open up. Spirit, what other messages do you have regarding this connection or relationship or situation? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. That's interesting. So we have the King of Cups in the upright and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So that's a partner, but notice they are not in sync with each other. Okay? They're opposite. They're mirroring each other, but opposite. This is, again, water energy. So there are some deep, intense emotions going on regarding love, regarding a relationship right now. Again, water signs could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is someone who, normally in the upright, she's a queen who's very connected with her heart. She leads with her heart. She's connected with her intuition. And it's funny because you have the High Priestess next to the Queen of Cups in the reverse, meaning the female or the feminine energy in this connection or situation. I'm feeling like Spirit saying you do need to connect with the universe and your spirit, your angels, what have you, to get your answers. But right now your heart is blocked and you're not connecting with the spirit or your higher self the way you need to. And that's what's going to help you get answers for this situation. I also feel like I was saying earlier that the masculine energy and the feminine energy are opposite, and it could be playing out from either side. So it doesn't necessarily, again, mean gender, but it means one person is open up to talking and to working this through, and the other person is closed off with their emotions. This could also mean that one or both of you feel that your cup of love has been completely emptied, and you're looking for where it could be. Spirit, what other messages do you have for this connection, relationship, or situation? Okay, you have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So this could be you or the other person, or you could both just have air in your charts. Swords are about things happening in weeks. They're your thoughts, your state of mind, letting go of worry, attitudes about things. And the upright, it's being stuck in a situation that you can easily walk away from, but you kind of keep yourself stuck. But in the reverse, I kind of feel as though all your thoughts and your worry will eventually, in the next several weeks, maybe 8 weeks, will dissipate, will slowly unravel and go away if you're able to reverse this Queen of Cups in the upright and get more connected with your intuition and gain your strength back. Then you'll have a better vision of the overall energy of the Chariot, and you'll be able to reverse this and know where you're going forward with the situation, connection, or relationship. I do feel like a lot of things have been said in this relationship. Things said in the heat of passion or passionately that have hurt you, the more feminine energy, and made you feel as though, again, you can't move, you're stuck. Okay? You're stuck, you can't move forward. Things being done to you that are out of your control. Okay? What's the outcome of this situation, connection, or relationship? Okay. So you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Again, this is air energy. Next to air energy, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Okay. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Someone is not taking action. Someone's not coming, swooping in to lift you off your feet. Okay. If this was in the upright, I would read it as, knight in shining armor, prepared for battle, ready to go in and fight for the situation or relationship, or your knight in shining offer or knight in shining armor is coming in to sweep you off your feet. In the reverse, no action. Okay. And we have a lot of reversals. So this energy, this connection, this situation is very slow moving. I don't feel like either person is really taking the action or steps necessary to move forward. This reading, this energy just feels stuck for both people and for the whole situation as a whole. And then we have 2 more reversals. So the majority of your cards in this reading are reversals. So there is some hope, but overall energy, what Spirit's trying to communicate is, at least right now and in the past and going into the future, there's going to be a lot of waiting. There's going to be a lot of hesitation, slow movement in this situation or relationship. Not that it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen like that. Also, look into the fact that we're currently in like retrogrades for 7 planets, meaning that really messes up a lot of things. But your final card, you got the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, 4 tends to be a pillar for foundation. Think about a home. Think about north, south, east, west. And so when you have 4s in the upright, that means there's a strong foundation. But with this, there's not a strong foundation. Again, it's another pentacle, earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo in the reverse. So it could also mean that money's being lost this month, or it could just mean that the value in this relationship or the value one person has for the other is being lost. Again, I still feel like somebody, the more masculine energy, is being very defensive, closed off, standoffish, and guarded, because notice the wand is crossing the heart. He's being defensive. This person is not wanting to open up or talk and is keeping the pentacle close to their heart. So I do feel like someone is either A, not wanting to open up, but I do feel that somebody is really keeping something to their chest, meaning I don't feel like someone's completely freely expressing themselves. I don't want to say the truth, but I do kind of feel like someone's omitting. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily say that they're lying, but some people, well, let's just call it for what it is. People lie different ways. People bold-faced lie to you, but sometimes people lie through omission, meaning they will tell you 90% of the story, but keep 10% out. And that's what I feel like this masculine energy is doing, especially since we have the swords in reverse. Swords are also about communication and truth. Okay, so like if you receive the Ace of Swords in a reading, that would mean, and if it's in the upright, that would mean that there's truth in the situation. But considering we have 2 swords in the reverse, I feel like this person is not ready to come out and open with the 100% truth. And that could be why that this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, because there's no new beginnings when all the cards aren't laid out, when the truth isn't on the table. Yes. Okay. And the last card, again, another major arcana, is the Hermit card. This is also an earth energy. This is Virgo. In the upright, this is going within, taking some time for solitude and solace to figure out what to do with the situation. It's also about, being guided by your intuition, by the universe, and connecting with the divine, kind of like the High Priestess card. And then there's the Star, which is found in the card, the Star, which is a card of hope. But the Hermit, the Virgo, is being led by the Star of Hope and enlightenment, and intuitively getting answers and messages regarding the situation so they could come out of the darkness and clearly make a decision. But again, it's in reverse, okay, like most of the cards. So I feel as though one person or both people feel lost in the situation, feel like they don't have answers, feel alone. I do feel lots of loneliness with this card, just like with the 8 and with the Strength. And that makes a lot of sense because none of these cards have 2 people in them. Every single card is one person. Okay? We don't have cards with 2 people in them. So you or the other person or both of you feel lonely, feel detached. There could be some depression. Someone could feel shame and guilt. But I do feel like there's some type of truth, some type of realization that both of you haven't come to in this situation. And I do feel like the situation's at a stalemate, at a standstill. It's not moving forward with the Chariot. People are still defensive, not telling the whole truth. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. Again, fire energy. It is in the upright, but notice there's a lot of bickering. There's a lot of battling. So there's going to be, or there has been, a lot of passionate arguments regarding the situation. And with more than just you and your partner, it could be family or friends involved or other individuals. And I don't feel like the arguments are going to stop anytime soon. I do feel, especially when people start opening up to speak about what has happened or where the relationship or situation is or is going, and you connect with spirit, you're going to have to communicate, and it's going to bring up some conflict. So I don't think the conflict is necessarily done. And then below that card was, again, the Page of Swords in the reverse. Again, truth not being told, someone not coming in. I do feel like some spying is going on, whether it's you or the other person. So, meaning looking into what each other person's doing. Communication, swords are about communication. So you or the other person, or both of you, could be somewhat stalking each other's cell phones, emails, social media to seek the truth. Okay, let's get some clarification from Spirit regarding the messages on the board regarding the situation, relationship, and connection between these two people. Spirit, please help me clarify the messages on the table for these two people. Spirit, please help me clarify the message regarding this connection, love, and relationship between these two individuals. This energy is very heavy. I feel a lot of emotions right now. Frustration, anxiety. My stomach hurts. I feel anxious and nauseous. Like I feel sick to my stomach, and that's how it makes me feel. I do feel lonely. I feel somewhat sadness, but that seems to be pretty masked with feeling hurt. And then on the flip side, the other energy I'm feeling is very quiet. Like I want to say the least amount of words possible, because the more I say, the more people are going to know about me, the more the truth is going to come out. So I feel like one person wants to talk a lot and the other person wants to say a few words. I feel like that energy feels guilty. They know that they fucked up and they made a mistake, but at the same time, I don't feel like they feel 100% it was a mistake, because I do feel like there's unfinished business. I feel like they're torn. They don't know what they want. They're confused. I feel like one person in a relationship knows what they want and the other person has no idea what the hell they want. And not just in the connection, but in their life. Like they don't know. They decide from day to day what happens. All right, let's get some clarification. Chariot in reverse. Okay, here we go. Destiny. Okay, is clarifying the Chariot in reverse. So there is a reason why you're stuck right now, because it's destiny. So this situation is supposed to happen for a reason, and you're supposed to be stuck right now because the situation hasn't come to a closure, because not all of the cards are laid out. No pun intended, meaning you don't have all the facts. Okay, and again, clarifying the Chariot is mental conflict. Okay, that's why you feel stuck. That's why you don't know whether or not to move forward in the situation or relationship, is because you have mental conflict. Okay, conflict. Not only with the other person in the situation, but in your own mind. Someone's mentally playing this over and over in their mind again, and almost like you can't get it out of your mind. And even though you feel like talking about it helps, the more you talk about it, the more it keeps you up at night. Why is this other person, this other energy, 7 of Wands in reverse? What are they guarded against? Throat chakra in reverse. So again, that would be like a sword energy, communication. Throat chakra in reverse. They don't want to talk. This person does not want to talk. They feel defensive. They feel put in a corner. They feel found out. And it's almost as if, like, I get that, you know, like when you get pulled over by a cop and it's like, I ain't talking to you. I'm not going to incriminate myself. That's the energy I'm feeling. This person doesn't want to say anything because they know the more that they say, the more truth is revealed. What is this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. No new beginning is happening, okay? Because aces are about new beginnings. No new beginning is coming in. And if it does come in, it's going to take a very long time because earth energy is slow. But the reason why no new beginning is happening in the situation, connection, or relationship is because there's emotional withdrawal. Again, one single person, alone. There's not two people, okay? Almost like this Hermit card here, emotional withdrawal. It almost feels like two people who aren't together, this reading. So it's like you're together, but you're really, metaphorically, you're like mentally and in your heart are not together. It's like you walk alongside each other, but you're two separate people for this moment. This is King of Cups in the upright. Intuition. Okay, so cups are about intuition. Okay, intuition. So the person who's the water sign in this connection needs to connect to their intuition. You already have the answers. Okay, you have the High Priestess. You also have the Hermit in reverse. Those are all high intuition cards. You already know the answer to the situation. I just think someone's does not have the strength to hit the situation full on, because you have this Knight of Swords in the reverse. You're not ready to battle. You're not ready to know the truth because I think you already know it. Strength in reverse. Why is the strength in reverse here? Yeah. Yep. Someone is feeling weak and not strong enough to confront the other person or the situation because they know, okay, because this is deception and envy in the reverse. Masculine energy, deception and envy. You're feeling weak because somebody has been deceptive. Somebody is wearing a mask. Someone's not telling the full truth. Somebody did something very deceiving behind your back. Was one way with you and a different way somewhere else. Took advantage and you feel weak. I almost feel as though one person feels that they're going to do it again, and that they have no way of controlling, because notice there's no way of controlling the beast. Beast, man is beast. That animalistic behavior. I feel as though the feminine energy feels like she cannot control the beast. And you can't when you don't know what the hell is going on because this person's being deceptive. High Priestess. What does this person already know? And the High Priestess is the middle of your spread. So if you're religious, because I see the cross here, you need to pray. You need to speak to those who have crossed over, who you talk to. But you also need to go with your intuition and your gut. What feels right. If it feels wrong, if it feels icky, if you feel like someone's not telling the truth, they're not. Okay? If you feel like you need answers, okay? Sacral chakra. Okay? That's the 7th chakra. Okay? At the base. Okay? It's like the tailbone. That's closed off. So this would be, to me, especially with all these wands in reverse too, that passion, that sexual passion. Ah, Yeah, your intuition about sexual deception. Makes sense. You're afraid to be sexually connected with this person, or you feel like this person is sexually deceptive. Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse for this connection, relationship, or situation. Queen of Cups in reverse. Heart chakra. 4. So you want to love this person, okay? Because heart chakra is clarifying the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're wanting to open up to this person. I think you did give them your heart. And now you're closing off your heart to this person because of what has happened in the past. And why you're questioning things and feeling weak is not only because your heart chakra hurts, but because you're not sure whether or not to open up and love this person or the situation again. 8 of Swords in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Base chakra is in the reverse. Recognition and reward in the reverse. Yeah, you feel like it's a lose-lose situation. You don't see that this could have a positive outcome. You don't see that there's going to be any success with this. And again, your base chakra, which is above your sacral chakra, again, passion, sexuality is at a halt. It's stale. It feels weird. You're afraid of connecting with this person on that very deep spiritual level. And I feel like the whole issues going on with this situation are very, very deeply based in like nature versus nurture, like, taming the wild beast and sexuality and deceit, the basic, the very basic fundamental, crimes of passion, if you will. What's this Knight of Swords in reverse? Okay. So memories of love are in the reverse. So it seems like lately there's more negative memories than there are memories being built between these two people of love. Okay. And that could make it very hard. Fertilities in the reverse. So if you're concerned about being pregnant or somebody being pregnant, I don't see fertility being an issue at the moment. Material harvest. Again, in the upright, material harvest is abundance. It's about growing something with somebody or in a situation. And with no fertility, there's no growth. There's no birth. There's no memories of love here. What's this Hermit card in reverse? Patience and planning in reverse. You may be feeling impatient. You want answers right now. But they're not coming. What's this Page of Swords in reverse? Again, harmony in reverse. 2 people. See, in the upright, they're madly in love with each other. They're connected. They're bonded. They're equals. There's no harmony in the situation. Emotional loss. Triumph in reverse. And solar plexus in reverse. So the outcome, unfortunately, doesn't seem very wonderful for right now. And again, bottom of the deck is truth in reverse. I truly feel like there's not 100% honesty in the situation or relationship. There's still things that you need to find out. And the answer is connecting with your intuition and taking some time with yourself to get those answers, but you already know them. I think that you're afraid to know the truth because I think you know it's going to hurt. But let's get a little bit more clarification with the situation. I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards. Spirit, what messages do you have regarding this connection, relationship, situation between these two people regarding their love? Messages of love for the situation. Okay, so there is chemistry with the situation. You feel chemistry, or in the beginning there was chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there's some connection to this person that you kind of don't understand, you don't quite know, but it's just there. You could have met this person and immediately started dating them or being together. It happened really quickly. It could have been chemistry, just like you get along, or there could have been a physical chemistry in the beginning of the relationship, and that could be something that keeps you hanging on. Other messages for this connection. They fell on the floor. Yeah. Okay. So the 3 cards that fell on the floor, the next one is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Kind of connects to deception and envy. False mask. Okay, false mask. Masculine energy. Okay. Someone's being deceptive in the situation and someone's not telling the whole truth. There could be a third party situation. There's 3 people in this card. There's also an angel trying to guide this person to the truth about this person, but this person's with another individual. Okay, this is also a card of cheating or finding somebody with somebody else, infidelity. It could also mean that there's still chemistry between this person and someone from their past. Okay, trust is in the reverse. The situation is calling for you to have faith. In the reverse, it's saying the opposite. The situation is calling for you to not have faith, to not trust the other person. So be very careful with the trust you give into the situation or the other person. There's a reason why you don't feel trusting. I think we did have trust in the reverse, didn't we? Oh, we had truth in the reverse. Okay. And the last card is keep an open mind, but it's in the reverse. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So don't keep an open mind. So I really feel like Spirit's really saying you really need to take another look at this situation or connection. You really need to connect with your higher self, with Spirit, whomever you connect with, to really see this. I feel like you're looking at it more detail. You need to kind of project out and look at the whole picture. Because I feel that there's a lot of clues, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that are missing for you. And I think if you were to get all of the pieces of the puzzle, you'd have a better picture of really what's going on. But I do see with the fact that the Chariot's in the reverse, the Strength's in the reverse, those are all major arcana. The Hermit's in reverse. The only major arcana in the upright's High Priestess. So I feel like you need to get your power back again. The situation connection is taking that away from you. You could be not being treated the way that you deserve to be treated. Okay, next deck I'm going to be pulling is lesson cards. Spirit, what lesson or lessons does this person or the other person, whoever is involved with this connection or relationship, what lessons are being learned or needing to be learned in this connection or situation? Lessons to be learned for this connection. What are the lessons needing to be learned with this connection, relationship, situation? Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. It's in reverse. So you could be seeing this, like I said earlier, you may be feeling like the victim, like it's happening to you in a weird way. Universe, it says it's your destiny. This was you clarifying the Chariot in reverse, your overall energy. So the situation has to happen because there's a lesson in it. Challenges are an opportunity and the best way to learn. I kind of feel like the situation is really making you it's not so much about the other person and what they've done. It's actually about you and how you're responding and handling. And are you willing to allow another person to be dishonest, just deceive you, to break that bond between 2 individuals when they share each other, on a soul level with each other? Are you willing to be devalued and continue that relationship? Is it worth fighting for, or do you deserve more value? A lot of these cards are actually more so in the negative, so I feel as though this connection is not one that's bringing you abundance and fertility and happiness. There are no, there, you know, any card in the tarot that shows love or family is void. It's not here. There's no Two of Cups. There's no Ten of Cups. You know, there's no aces in the upright. There's no Empress. There's no Six of Cups about soulmates. There's no soulmate twin flame energy. There's no, you know, the Lover's card didn't come up. This reading is very devoid of that, and most cards are individualistic. So, yeah. What are the lessons is this person learning with the other person? Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I kind of feel like that's Spirit saying, yeah, this is no laughing matter. Like almost like corroborating what I just said and saying like, this is serious. The way you're being treated, it's not funny at all. This card flipped. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. But it's in the reverse, meaning Spirit saying you do need more answers. Because if it came in the upright, I would say in the relationship, you don't need to be doubtful, have faith. But with doubt in the reverse, you don't have all the answers. So you should be doubting. One more lesson for the situation. One more lesson for the situation. Thank you. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So that's Spirit saying you can sit there and you can have this mental conflict about the situation, and you could worry morning, noon, and night, but it's not going to change what happened, and it's not going to change what you let continue to happen to you. Okay. I'm going to grab a few more decks here. Okay. So we're going to get, what time? We're at 51 minutes. Okay. I'm going to use two more decks. The first one is, these are messages from your soul guides. What messages do they have for you right now? So if you believe in guardian angels or spirit guides or members of your family who have crossed over, who are watching over you, what messages do they have for you in this moment regarding the situation or connection? What do they want to tell you or say to you? Okay, what messages do you have for this person who requested this reading? Spirit, what messages do you have for this person who requested this reading? Set your intentions. Okay, so I feel like that is whoever's watching over you is telling you that you need to set your intentions. What do you want in a relationship? What do you want out of this relationship? Do you want someone who you always have to worry about, who's going to be dishonest with you, who you're always going to feel like you have to ask questions? Or it could also be Spirit saying you need to ask yourself, set your intentions. What type of relationship do you want? The more we say positive things in our mind, the more it manifests in our life. Meaning, if you tell yourself, I want a man or a woman who loves me, who respects me, who's honest with me, and you say that over and over and say, that's my intention for my relationship or connection, you're going to draw that type of individual in, or that's going to come into the situation or relationship. So, especially with the Strength card in reverse, you really need to set your intentions. Really, what do you want in love and in this situation? Okay. What other messages do your guides have for you? Practice moderation. So I'm not sure if you're someone who has a habit. Maybe you drink or you smoke or you spend too much money when you're upset. Doing some practice moderation. I'm not sure what that quite means for you. But just know that whoever's watching over you is telling you to just be mindful of what you're consuming and what you're doing, and you don't do something in excess, especially when you're upset or hurt. Yeah. That's an interesting one. Whoa, that one needs to be heard. Understand your body. That's a good one. Considering the situation that happened in the past, if you have not done so, make an appointment with your doctor and have everything checked. I would say, check your reproductive organs. Sure you understand what I'm trying to say. But also I'm hearing ask for blood work. So you may, physically get some type of test, or they may look at you and say you're fine. But I hear Spirit saying you really want to work up a blood work just to make sure that everything's okay. Understand your body too. Also, this is connected with the High Priestess and your intuition. So understanding, I feel like you have more physical symptoms of when you're connecting with Spirit and you have intuition about a situation, you feel physically ill. You may literally feel like I feel like it's in the stomach, your GI tract. You feel immediately ill. Your stomach's in knots. You feel butterflies. You feel like you have to vomit. You literally feel like you have to leave the room. When you get those feelings, know you're connecting with Spirit and they're trying to communicate to you with your intuition about a situation, someone's vibe, someone's energy, and really listen to that. What other messages does your Spirit guides have for you? You are never alone. Okay, so remember I was telling you in this reading, a lot of these cards, someone feels lonely and lost and by themselves. You are never truly alone. You do have other friends and family, possibly children in your life, but this is Spirit saying that you are protected and loved and guided from the other side, whether that's spirit guides or angels or, someone who's crossed over. I do feel like they're here with you. And kind of going through this with you. So you are protected. Connect with them. You have the High Priestess, so you do have some connection with the other side. Let's get one more card from your Spirit guides regarding the situation. Okay. Love is your energy. So that's really beautiful, considering, love feels pretty void in this reading. You, though, however, you have a lot of love to give. This feels like a very warm pouring out of love, a very feminine energy type of love. You really want to love and be loved in return, and just let that be your energy. So whether that's if you're wanting the situation to work out, just react and cope and come from a place of love, or set your intentions, and maybe a better love is going to come along. And, maybe you need to really reevaluate the way you love yourself, but the way you allow others to love you as well. Okay, we're at 57. Okay, so the final deck that I'm going to be using is the Angel Answers Oracle cards. You sent me some questions regarding the situation or connection. Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit. So, okay, so one of the questions was, I believe you asked, are you making the right choice? Is this the right decision? Okay, so Spirit, is this individual making the right choice in the decision at this moment in time regarding the situation or connection or relationship? Is this person making the right decision at this moment in time regarding this connection, situation, or relationship? Recovery in the reverse. Okay, so again, with understand your body. Okay, recovery in the reverse. Is this person making the correct decision? So I kind of see this as you're needing to recover from what happened in the past. I do see two people in this card. It looks like a male and a female. It's kind of hard to see. So are you making the right decision? Maybe recovery in the situation is important. So again, with the Chariot in reverse being your overall energy, you need to fix what is broken. You need to fix what needs to be repaired. I think you and the other person need to recover from the situation before you can mentally make a decision about going forward with each other. So taking time for yourself to really heal mind, body, and soul and spirit, physically by seeing a doctor, mentally, and but with your soul going out and seeking questions, connecting with spirit is really important in this process. So that's not really a yes or no answer to are you making the right decision, but what Spirit's saying is the best decision for the situation right now is recovering, so you gain back your strength because you had the strength card in reverse. Okay, and you can't make good decisions for your life's journey if you're not strong. Okay. Next question. Is there potential with this connection or relationship? Is there potential with this connection or this relationship? Is there potential with this connection or relationship? Perfect timing. I kind of feel like that Spirit mocking and saying like this was the perfect timing to ask for a reading, to get help. Perfect timing. Or this might be perfect time to... I feel like there's a female who has crossed over who watches you. Someone who's an older female. Could be a mother, aunt, grandmother, sister. Let's get another card. Is there potential with this connection or relationship? Potential. Okay. Not sure if you can see that, but it says not on, but it says no. Okay. I want to know about the other person involved in the situation. Is their heart true in this connection? Is their heart true? Do they mean well in this connection? The other person. It's up to you. They're not going to make a decision about staying in this relationship or going forward. It's all up to you, actually. And it says wait. I think if you wait, you're going to get more answers and more clarity. And then it's going to be up to you to make the decision. And when you do that, you're going to be recovered and it's going to be perfect timing. And I kind of ultimately feel with this connection, whether it's now, in the future, I kind of feel like it's going to be you saying no to something or somebody. It could be no to ending a situation, no to being treated a certain way. But I feel like the feminine energy, you, is going to be making this decision ultimately. What's the final outcome in this situation? Going forward, what last message do you have, Spirit, for the person whom I'm reading for? That one popped up. If you believe. Like I was talking about abundance. If you want it to happen, you will will it to be. If you want this connection to work, you have to believe in it. Okay? So I hope this reading helped provide you with some answers to your relationship connection in the situation that you're in. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Feel free to email me and communicate with me what parts of the reading really connected with you, just so I can be validated in that, I helped Spirit provide you with the correct answers for your situation. I do wish that my reading was a little bit more lighthearted and more happy with a lot more positive messages, but when I read tarot, I read exactly the way it comes out. And I don't like to sugarcoat crap. So I'm just being completely honest. Again, you may want to, sit with this for a while, let some time pass, and you may want to revisit another reading to kind of validate and see, if the messages from Spirit are connecting, and that, for example, you could continue staying with this individual or you can break up. Don't tell me, but in the next few months have another reading and see if Spirit again clarifies or shows you that they are successfully communicating and what's happening on with the situation or connection. So definitely let me know. You know how to get a hold of me. It was a pleasure reading for you, and thank you so much for seeking me out to help you get messages from Spirit. So thank you again, and I wish you blessings in this connection going forward.